make this delightfully encrusted jewel card with my vintage typewriter, I found a very fun thing in the closet of office supplies. And as you can see, these little file cards were little dividers with the whole alphabet, but they're great to work on. And so I started by using my instant coffee in the spritz bottle and the granules to do some spritzing, and I've let these had some time to dry ahead. I've decided, since this area up here, a little bit more darks up in that area would actually be helpful, so I'm going to add just a little bit more with some chalk to create a darker area up at the top here, in contrast to my paper coming out of the typewriter. I've got my typewriter on the large handle and my Versamark ink. Okay, a beautifully shiny black typewriter. And I also found this little file Rolodex card, and this will work nicely to stamp what will look like lined paper. So we'll take the paper and let's see, so we'll turn it around this way. That only fits going this one direction. And there's a number of little messages in the set as well. So if we choose to do a little message right on the front, that'll be fun. And I also did that on the tab of the card as well. Okay, and this piece we're going to glue in place. Okay. Now I'm going to use a variety of different colors. I've got some chunky white, and I'm going to hold this card to cover, make it look like it's starting from inside the typewriter. And by having the paper in place, then I can work around not covering up too much of the paper, but creating an interesting, exciting flow of who knows what exciting story is coming out of this typewriter. Okay, I kind of kept that line. Another option would simply be to brush away. This is a beautiful selection that comes in the Treasures glitter kit, where you get 5 beautiful ones that all work together. Okay, so now, without dumping this sideways, I will now heat from underneath. I wanted to mention as well that in order for the card to open nicely, I found that if I scored a vertical line past the holes right through here, that's going to give me a nice open option here with the cards. So you can add that at whatever stage you like. And for the inside of the card, I stamped in the paper in brown and then the message in black over the top. And as you can see, a little bit of spritzing on both sides was helpful, particularly if you're sort of camouflaging some of the other print on the cards. But I just love all of the interesting and irregular stains that you get with the coffee. And on this card, because of the size of the hole, if you wanted to use smaller brads, you can see that I used a small punch and created my own little reinforcement pieces out of some of the extra manila paper, and I actually placed them front and back, and that allowed the small brad to still hold tight. So there you have a vintage typewriter card that will open and close very easily.